segment of the program. It's still the Wednesday edition of No Doubt, which I have only one with us. We are still expecting a lawyer, Olubayo Durojaye, but I'm happy that the Special Assistant to the Chief Judge of Ogun State, who has worked with Ogun State Ministry of Justice as legislative draftman and was involved in drafting several laws of Ogun State, is here with us. He retired as a permanent secretary. Let me welcome Mr. Olusegun Lanre-Yoda. Mr. Olusegun Lanre-Yoda, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Lanre-Yoda, let me start right away because we have limited time to discuss it, and we have a lot to discuss about this. Recently, Buhari proposed 12 months for civil cases, 15 months for criminal cases. These proposals, how realistic is it?
Well, I would say that if things go as they are supposed to go, it should be realistic. You know, but looking at the Nigerian environment, where lawyers spring surprises, where even the prosecuting arms at times might not be up and doing, may not be forthcoming, and a lot of things, you know, around it, it may not be possible, except in certain cases where some innovations are brought in. President Buhari proposed that because it, I think, was concerned about, you know, this undue delays, you know, as Mr. Akitode said, you know, the Evans case and so many other cases running to 3 years, 5 years, even, you know, some financial offenses law, criminal, the EFCC cases that will run for 10 years, 15 years, and thereafter you will go and start again. So I think he did that so that things might move. But in the situation we have now, it might not be possible, except, as I said, under certain conditions, certain innovations.
And what are the conditions you think will help the speedy workability of it?
Yes. You see, a lot of things have to be reordered. Practice directives, we have them. Even the NJC, I can recall, you know, policies, advice on how to cut short the life of, if I can use that word, the life of cases, so that it won't just drag on anyhow. So yes, the time limits. So even under the ACGL, that's the Administration of Criminal Justice Law of Ogun State, you know, timelines are provided for how to go about, you know, dispensing justice. So if certain things happen which are not in tandem with the ACGL law, then the case might be dismissed. So everything has been set in motion. For instance, again, in Ogun State, we have the innovation of what we call the bondsman licensing board. You know, when a criminal is brought to court, it has to be given bail if that matter is bailable. Right. And at times, you know, we have these people who are professional sureties, professional bondsmen, who at times might not, you know, whatever they present, original, might not be drag. You see, the system is not that, it's not iron cast. You mentioned the Ota robberies, the CCTV, yes. But the witnesses have to be presented. For instance, yesterday I was listening to the news. The prosecution counsel asked for an adjournment to the 21st of December, right? And what was the reason? A very important witness, a policeman who should come and give evidence, is not in Nigeria. He's on assignment outside of the country. And he said that the assignment will end December 15. So how do you, and if you don't call the relevant witnesses, you cannot just because you saw somebody, picking, maybe stealing or robbing.
With pictorial evidence?
Yes, pictorial evidence. The justice system is that every person is assumed to be innocent until proven guilty. So you don't just, because you saw this, CCTV, yes, thank God. But there has to be some things that has to be sequential.
Is it a lacuna in a judicial system, in the law?
No, his judge will not just throw out your matter. Ill-preparedness at times, lack of proper defense materials.
Okay.
To defend your client. At times might cause it. And at times, maybe a legal advice was rendered and the judge may not be satisfied with what is there. So it might ask them to do further investigation, because of certain omissions there. So it depends. Actually, I've not been a defense lawyer. I've been on the side of, I'm part of the prosecution. But I know that most of these defense lawyers just bring out some excuses. And to give it to the judges, most of them in Ogun State, I know, refuse at times. Whether you are ready, whether you are not ready. And that's why I said I'm happy on this ACGL law. It's an innovation that should be commended. Of course, it's a new one, but I think with the cooperation of everybody and all the other things that is being introduced by the Chief Judge of Ogun State in conjunction with the Ministry of Justice, I think that one will get us out of the doldrums, will make things to move further. Ogun State is one of the states that have ever domesticated the...
What you said about, Charity, what you said about the lawyers now,
yes,
tactically,
yeah.
In the legal tandem, delaying issues when it comes to justice dispensation.
Yes.
Don't you think it should also be worrisome to a body like the NBA?
Yes, it should be, because we're all lawyers, we're all members of the NBA, and I think that every leader in the NBA should be concerned. Even looking at at Ogun State, I know that in our meetings, we counsel, we admonish, we tell our people be up and doing. If you know you cannot take a matter up, don't take it up. If you're not prepared to take it, don't take it up. So I know, but lawyers, you cannot read their minds, as I say. When you get to court at times, they spring some surprises, and the judge will not have any choice than to adjourn. But as I said, this law that is operating in Ogun State today will go a long way to cut short or to obviate most of this problem.
Okay. Mr. Lanre, that will continue discussing with us, but we'll go for a short break right now. When we come back, it will be Mr. Lanre and Bayo Durojaye.
Don't forget, we're still discussing the delay in court process.
There are some mischief makers who are in the habit of peddling fake news on the internet, while also encouraging others to further spread these unfounded information. Fake news can lead to tension, apprehension, create fear amongst the populace, and mislead others. Before you post or share any information on social media, verify the information. It is our responsibility to stop the spread of fake news. Success is not by accident. Your goal is the key. Goal setting gives a sense of direction, allows the mind to focus on a target, and prevents unnecessary distraction. Goal setting helps to boost performances and motivates the efforts of those around you. It discourages wastage of time and keeps the mind at rest. It is an essential step to success.
Welcome back. We're still looking at delay in court proceedings and justices delivery. Mr. Olubayo Durojaye, a lawyer, you're welcome to the program.
Good morning. It's a pleasure once again.
I wanted to say barrister, but I got a lecture on the issue of being called a barrister. That's why I'm a legal practitioner. Okay. Yes, before you came in, Mr. Olusegun Yoda has said so much about the reasons why we have these delays in court. But all in all, it's normally boils down to the issue of lawyers. Lawyers bringing surprises, lawyers coming up with excuses, lawyers asking for necessary adjournments. What's your view on this?
Okay, good morning once again, and I want to say good morning, sir, to my learned senior, very senior, respected at the bar. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Well, we are all parties when it comes to, we are all participators. We are all involved when it comes to delaying proceedings in court. Yes, lawyers have their parts.
Dispensation of justice, so that things will